in. So I'm looking for. Alright, let's see. Oh, pixel volt, okay. Yeah, here we go. So in threes, I'll be looking at a few things. The most common thing in Diamond, and to progress out of Diamond, is to recognize which role you're supposed to be in, and the roles on the field. One person's going to be on the ball, there's going to be the second man, he's slightly off the ball, ready for an immediate pass, or a switch of the field, he'll be the first one to it, and the last man. The most important one is going to be the last man. I want to make sure that you're giving your teammates space. Creating space in threes is crucial, and every time the third man commits, I want him to make really good clears. He should always be going forward towards the ball and never having to back up, reverse, or whatever. He should be mirroring the field really well. So let's get started. So right here, I would let my teammate have it, and I'm pretty sure you saw him. So we do see him, so it just takes us to give up on it early and to turn away and cut our losses and just let him deal with this. So that if we can just support him instead, we can just wait here and wait to see what happens with this ball. Alright, this is the biggest thing. Recognizing we have time and space. So, right now we have one person on the ball, and we have two people going towards the net. Let's see. So how it should work is, you should probably be the second man, and Bommy should be covering the net. Um, but I would not be flipping forward. I would be staying here, because the closer we get, the less options we have, and the less space we have to react. The tighter the angle becomes. If we keep it wide, and I'll be here, now look at this angle. Look how much you can probably go for a shot here. But when we're forced under it right now, it's such a low quality hit that it's not going to work out for us, and we don't accomplish anything. But that's all because of the angle. If you just held back a little bit longer, didn't go for that flip, that ball opens up and you're able to have a really easy shot. Yeah, I can lower volume. Okay. I'll put my mic a little bit closer so that you can hear me. I'll get back into it. Move my mouse. Okay. So, just because if we create that space, this angle becomes a lot easier, and so that's why creating space is important, and it'll make the angles much easier. So this is one opportunity already that we could have probably had a shot on target. So as a tip, there's going to be situations where we're pulled out of position like this and this ball's awkward. I would actually not go for this. I would cut my losses, turn around, boost away, get back into position, and just wait for the second ball. It's more productive than going for a ball, wasting our boost and time in position. It's about knowing your limits and knowing the quality of the chance and like deciding if it's even worth to challenge it, you know? So this is a pretty common setup. We have one person on the ball, we have Swayze in the middle, and we have you as the last man. So let's see what happens. This is a pretty good position, but we're already getting a little bit too close. Let's see if it's going to be a little bit too close. Okay, you're turned around. This is nice. Okay, this is really good actually. Good patience, good everything. I really like the fact that you're spinning around, waiting to see what happens, waiting for that ball to come to you. This is really good, strong play as a third man. That's unfortunate with the hit. This is good that you come back all the way to the net and you rotate out and you're letting your teammates handle it. To make this even perfect, I would probably get inside the net, behind the line, facing the ball, as quick as I can. So this rotation back, you're going full speed, which is really nice. Grab some boost pads. You can even try grabbing more boost pads and then just ending up in the goal back here. That way, if anything happens, you can easily read it and you can go forward. That's the whole idea. When we're caught outside here, we're caught here, we have to do a side flip. We can't make as good of a clear if we just go forward from behind the line. This is good patience by you, but we're still off the line and we're still not in the most optimal position, and it would be so much easier if 10 seconds earlier when we got back into the net and we turned around, we just sat here. Because now this shot happens, and look at the angle we have. This is probably another goal scoring opportunity if we just fix that angle. Because this is a pretty easy hit. But now since we're in this position, we're going to get a subpar clear that's going to it's going to block the goal, but we're not going to relieve any pressure because we're still caught under it. So all these clears are, are just subpar. They're not the best that we could do. If one person was to be behind the line and just go forward, we would get a good clear and relieve this pressure. So like even now we're still off the line. We just want to be inside the line, facing the ball. Just get used to that. It will help out a lot in defense, especially in threes. So grabbing this boost, we should only grab big boosts whenever we have ample time and there's no pressure or no chance of pressure against us, or if it's a natural part of our path. We literally run over the ball. Because instead, I know that you're probably low on boost. I would be grabbing 1, 2, 3, and then I would come back, and if you have at least 20, 30 boosts, you should be very comfortable in the net. There should not be anything that's too hard to go for, because I don't challenge things until they get on the frame. So if there's a big ball in the air and it hits the wall, I'm not going to go up and challenge it. I'm going to let it come all the way down to the crossbar, and then I'll challenge it. So that's why I'm comfortable with like only 20 boosts. But because we should be somewhere in the middle grabbing boost pads and being more central, when we grab this boost, it pulls us out of position, and now we can't just be sitting here chilling. We're stuck on the wall, no one's covering the center. It's kind of an iffy situation. Good patience, really good patience, letting it come down. That's really nice. I think we had even more time if you really wanted it. Because they're turned away, you could probably let that ball come around and then come over here and go for a shorter hit. Let this ball come down a little bit more. A short hit, short jump, and then the air dodge. So probably another shot on goal that we could have created here. Well, that was funny. Cool. Okay, so now I do the second man. This is pretty good spacing for the second man. Let's see if you keep the space. You do, which is really nice. And this is a little bit... So, for this ball that's coming out, because I see this ball, I would actually not go for it, because if I go for it, there's a chance that he's the closest man to it. I would rather wait and see if he hits it, because if he does hit it, it's going to be a pretty soft hit, and it's going to come right to where you were, and then he's going to give you the free ball, and it's going to be less committed, and just, why work harder when you can just work smarter? And by you waiting to see what happens, you could see your teammate go for this ball, and now we can hold this position still. And now we could be here, and we could probably keep the pressure on and contest, but because we committed early, it's going to cost us that opportunity to keep the pressure. So where'd you go? In this situation, I would not go for this corner boost, because we're going up the field with the ball. I would grab 1, 2, 3, 4. I would grab these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 4. Anything that has to do with these boost pads, I really like to use whenever I'm going up the field with my teammate. It lets us be in position and get boost. And notice how, let's really time this out. So you're here. If you were to be here, 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 notice how we can now approach this as a really dangerous ball, probably another shot on goal if we just fixed our pathing and didn't grab that big boost and we just grab boost pads. So it shows you that that decision has a real big impact on these opportunities that we could have created just by following it up and fixing our pathing a little bit. Really good patience. I like this a lot. All balls that go into the corner always come, sorry, to this front post. So the sooner that we can get here, the better. So this isn't bad, which this path to come all the way out here, but I think it would be even better if we use our 10 boost, get over here, and then just wait for this ball to come around. And so that we can always clear from the center. I like always clearing it from the center out rather than the outside in, because we have a possibility of accidentally passing it to the other team and giving them a really good shot on our goal, like that. If Page Sir was a little bit positioned better, that would have been a really bad ball for us to clear. But if we would have fixed our approach, so instead of being here, we would be here. Notice how we can now bounce it and hit it over him, behind him, to the side, which is a lot more safer and a lot better of a clear. Good job getting back to net, and we go for corner boost. Again, we don't want to do that. Rather, just, you're on the line, just grab these, and then come back in the net, turn around, and just wait to see what happens. Bad, bad, bad. So, in this situation, the ball's up in the air, but let's take a real good look at it. The orange team has the closest, the orange team's the closest one, and because our teammate Brahmi, whatever, has been aggressive and our team's been aggressive, if this, oh god, sorry, if this ball was shooting back out at us, then I would go for it because it's clear that you have the first shot to it, you have the best angle and everything. But when it's floating up in the air, it's a huge commitment, and I would rather contain them. I would rather force this red guy to make it clear. So now he's out of position. Now the ball's coming to me. Now I can make a shot on an open net. So it's waiting for that second ball is so important as the last man. You should never commit as the last man unless you're 1,000. It's going to result in a goal. If you commit as the last man, it doesn't result in a goal. It's not good. It's not worth it. Yeah, your teammate definitely should have gone for that either, and it just gave him a really easy clear. Let's see. You're the last man right now, and we're closing the space really tightly, and now we're having to drive away, and we can't be driving forward to this ball. So what I would be doing if I was you, because right now you are the last man, it's very clear. I would hold this position, and I would hold it back here, then I would see this, and now I can react. And now I can put it back into play just by holding that space, creating that space gives your teammates more room to work with, and it lets you react to more things quicker. Just by holding back a little bit and just really trying to read the play. Because now we're caught in this position, and again, if you are in this position, the ball's shooting out, we're caught out, always cut the angle. So as soon as it goes past the halfway point and it gets into this corner, remember all balls that go here are going to end up right here. So let's get to this part first, turn around, and now we can approach the ball. Two theories for this, for me, from what I've learned and what I practice. In this exact situation, I'll let the ball come, roll, and I'll approach it from this angle. And if he's close, and I feel like I can get it over him, cool, I'll clear it over him. If he's spacing it really well, and I don't have the position or the boost to get it clear over him, I'm going to trap it on my hood and slowly push it into the corner and force this guy to 50-50 me, and that allows a good situation for us, bad situation for him, and it buys your teammates time to rotate behind you. So if you can, always go for a big clear from the center, going out behind the other team. If you feel like you can't do that, try and hold it on your hood, buy your teammates time, and just force the 50-50. Because now we give them the ball, and now it's an easy punish. And it didn't buy us our teammates that much time, because we're still kind of rotating back. Where would that ball go? That was weird. This is much better. You're in the center. Are you inside the net? Perfect. Yeah, this is all really good. Let's see. You got bumped. The ball gets hit. It's a little rushed. So, I know you got bumped, but check this out. You got full boost. That ball's in the air. Let's take a look. No one's challenging it. No one's even ready for it. If you actually saw, this guy was on the ground facing the wrong way, and no one's behind. We saw no name tags behind, which means we have all day in the world to deal with this. Let this come down a little bit longer so that you have a better hit, and this is probably another opportunity that we can get a goal. Just by taking a half second longer to let it come down, recognizing that no one's challenging it, and the people that are challenging it are challenging it from a very bad angle. Good rotation back. This is so much better. So look at this. You actually just did it right now. You went to that front post, and then you got from the front post, and you went out for the clear, which is what I want to see every single time with a conscious effort of doing so. Nice try. Let's see rotation. Almost much better. Oh yeah, that's nice. This pathing's nice. Okay, you're going. The only improvement is we can be grabbing boost pads and just refilling our boost by going down the middle. But the pathing is very direct. You get into a really nice third man position quickly, and you make a really good challenge. You round it out. You round out this approach. You know, you create space behind so you can go forward with speed, get a really nice hit. That's really nice. I want to see that every single time too. So you are doing a lot of these things already, but I don't think you're doing them on purpose, and that's what we need to fix. We need to do them every single time on purpose and all that. This is a real easy. This is why it's so important to get inside the net, behind the line, face the ball as quick as we can. So let's see where this went. So you have 0 boost. Let's see. Let's take a look at the play from like 10 seconds back so I can try and figure this out. Made this play, right? Pathing. This is where we went wrong. We turned left instead of right. I know it sounds crazy, but listen. If you keep in mind where these boost pads are, if you land and turn, and now we're grabbing these middle boosts, we can go full speed, get 40 boost, be in the net already, and then we can be here, and now we can make a really easy save. Just by fixing our pathing. But because we were on the outside, we didn't grab any boost. Now we're stuck in this very awkward situation where we're just caught, and it kind of sucks. It's going to cost the goal. So that's all because you went left instead of right. So whenever you're landing, whenever you're pulled out of position, the challenge was great, but you weren't thinking quick enough to say, oh, you thought big boost. I would have already thought, like, okay, boost pads. More reliable, more consistent, and it's where I want to be. Really good spacing, really good challenge. So this is actually really nice. Notice how this spacing is perfect. One guy on the ball, one guy off the ball, reading the play as best he can for the quick punish, and one guy covering worst case, absolute worst case scenario. But because we're covering the majority of the field, we can react to so much more, and this is actually a really good challenge. So just creating that space allows these opportunities to come. And check it out. We have a really good opportunity, all because of that spacing. Not bad of a challenge. Let's see. I would actually not go for this because I see my 2 teammates in front of me. I know that I'm the last man. I shouldn't commit unless I'm going to get something like really high quality. So instead, I would cut my losses, grab boost pads, and cover the center. That way, when that ball happens, now I can react to it, and now I can try and get the clear. And even if I didn't choose to do that, I would still be in this position, and then I can get this clear. So coming from the center, it gives you so many more options and so many better angles to work with. Good spacing, good mirroring. Had more time for this, to put it simply. When this ball is bounced, notice how he's caught under it. We can actually stand on the ground, let it come all the way down. Now we jump, now we hit under the ball, and we get a better pass off the wall for our teammates. This is good containment. So you're last man, we're seeing what's going on, reading the play. Good containment, you're just, everyone's double committing. It's kind of crazy. So in this case, like this whole game, we've had people go for the ball, obviously. So what I would do is within the first minute of the game, I would react and I would just play it way more cautiously and let my teammates do the work. I'm going to contain them. I'll put the ball back into their half and I'll let them deal with those shots. Even though that they're out of position, it's all about adjusting. Okay, nice try, that's fine. What I want you to think about is there's situations like this where the ball's not perfect, they're kind of following the ball, and there's a pretty good chance of them being able to block a quick shot, and the shot's not very easy, so I would rather give up on the shot and think about the best pass. So I would let it come down, and I would probably jump once into the ball, and not do an air dodge, and let it pop up and hit this backboard, and let my teammate follow it up. It's going to put the defense under pressure, and it's going to create a really clean opportunity for us. So sometimes when you think, oh, if I shoot it, it's going to be an easy block, or it's going to be a harder shot. Think about, can I get an easy pass though? This is really good spacing right now. Really good spacing. Getting a little close. It's kind of working out, but we just want to be sure that we're reading this play. So you're reading it well, we're challenging, that's fine. This is all good. Good demo. Oh boy. Close. Missed boost. No one's in the center. If I was you, I would grab this boost pad, turn around, go straight back to net. Which you do, but now you go to the corner instead of going back to the net, and that's what screwed us. If we would have gone to the net, we'd be in this position, or like we'd be in this position quicker, and we might have been able to react. So these are going to be the main things to think about in the future games that we'll play. Third man, keep that spacing. Keep that spacing. You're doing it half the time, but we're not doing the other half the time. Defense, huge. Let's get back to the center first. Let's not grab corner boost ever unless we cleared the ball and we have ample time to do so. And let's get behind the line if we're the third man. And let's just wait for that ball and let's make really good clears. Offensively, it's all looking pretty good, but let's use the wait and see approach, especially if you're the third man. Let the defense play it. Let your teammates play it. Let them do what they do, and you're going to be there reacting to the next ball. So waiting for that second ball offensively is what the main thing to focus on. Defensively, staying in the center, waiting for good clears, creating space, and being able to react and keep the pressure on.